gosh, goodness gracious. All right, share my screen. All right, so we are taking the quiz. If you have any questions, well, that is too bad. So sad. Just kidding. But we'll go over the quiz after, as we always do. So, you know, have fun.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There's 42 questions.
Are you serious?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I don't like how they word these questions.
They word them weird. Yeah, they do.
I think it's the same question for 5 years.
Do they take the same questions? They might take the same questions. I would have been surprised.
Okay, so that's not fourth question.
1,200 or how much is it cost
To what?
to be enrolled in this?
1,500.
1,500.
1,500
Yeah.
for what you could find on Kings.
I actually think that the King's School one is pretty good. It's just a lot of information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The commercial one less than the instrument.
Yes, the thing about the commercial one. It's commercial, after instrument, everything's kind of downhill. That's not true completely, but like, it gets, like in the terms of like, it's a lot easier. Because private and instrument are completely brand new to you. Commercial is basically just PPL with some extra stuff on top of it. And then CFI and CFII. CFI is hard, but if you're solid on your ground knowledge for PPL and commercial, it's not that bad. It's just different. It's a different way of like you're teaching and you're learning how to teach, so it's different. But I really enjoyed it. So I feel like after PPL and instrument, like those are your biggest hurdles, and then things start to get a little bit more like, they get easier, they get more fun in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, now it's really warm in here, but I'm not gonna ask them to change it because they're gonna
Get mad at you.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, it doesn't put the money.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get my glasses.
I'll come about this little bit.
Or the.
I'm not gonna do good on this one.
So warm here.
I think turn on gear, because
Get the key.
No, they get so annoyed when I ask for it, so just stop asking.
I think you're very annoyed. I don't understand.
But I don't wanna be anybody's problem, so. You know. How's the quiz, guys?
Terrible.
Is it really fun? No? Huh. Crazy.
I mean, it's fun.
Fun?
You remember these days? I think you know the answer to that question.
Yeah. I'm just having fun being on the other side. Can't lie.
Makes sense.
You done? No. Oh. Sorry. You're looking at me, I know. I'm just here, guys. I don't make the quiz. Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Let's get paid to watch you take this quiz. Do, 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 do.
I'm not gonna get good on this.
That's okay. They just wanna check where you're at, they don't really, and also it's like proof that you came to class, like you've been showing up and stuff.
Mm. Oh, I didn't do too bad.
How are you guys? How's everyone? You guys still working on it? It's okay if you are. No, you guys, you done? You done? 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 Everybody's done? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That was fast. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go over it. Do. How do I get this thing to disappear? Anybody know?
Which one?
This little thingy? I don't wanna see the, oh, okay.
Oh, I can just like now.
You could just.
No. Oh. Ah, yeah. Whatever, it's fine. Alright. Instrument, what week are we on?
Two.
That was 2, right?
Two.
Cause I started at 3.
Three.
So we only have 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
Two.
We only have 2 more weeks. No,
This is technically.
Three, that's.
yeah, this is the 3rd week, we have 3 more weeks. So, well, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But also-
Guys, so quickly.
Wait,
Yeah.
so after the 5 weeks are up, is it immediately going to the next 5 weeks?
I think so.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a break, but I'm pretty sure it just goes straight into it. Yeah, but also week 5 is like basically just a review week. So, I wanted to do like check ride prep stuff. Cause they don't really have, like, the slides for week 5 are basically just week 1 review,
So
week
we
2
go to the
review.
ACS for week 5?
Probably, and like, I'll just show you guys like, check ride binder stuff, and like how to actually like physically prep for the check ride.
And then
And it should get here.
honestly, week 5 is usually like copy paste over of all the other weeks.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. Or if we can also go over topics that you guys are not completely sure about,
I think we
accents.
should go to the ACS for week 5.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
fine.
if we hit a roadblock, we just dive into it.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
How did I do this last time? Did I preview it? Ah, that's it. Okay. Oh, you know what? Fair, if you guys got this wrong because I don't think I went over it.
I just learned it last night.
What does the blue 2000 Gulf altitude mean?
Your GPS.
GPS.
Okay, cool. So can we fly this altitude?
Nope.
What? Should.
Can we fly this altitude legally? Huh?
Like some fly above that if it's below the regular standard.
Well, okay, what is this altitude? Seriously, squishy stay.
Oh, we need at least. Can you go back up? Scroll back up.
Oh, but, okay, so what is, you say said it's GPS MEA, what is our GPS MEA?
2000.
Okay, yes, what does GPS MEA mean?
GPS.
The
Okay.
minimum altitude to receive proper GPS,
Like river stuff.
Kind of, it also guaranteed obstacle clearance. So, can we fly, legally, can we fly the GPS MEA, our aircraft?
No.
Yes, we can.
20?
it's 2000.
It's 2,000.
Oh, 2000.
Yeah, no, not 20,000, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're like, what? Yes, we can fly it because we are GPS capable, because the MEA, it accounts for navigational signals, but what kind of navigational signal does it account for? Yes, ground-based navigation, so you have to be a little bit higher to receive, because remember the principles for VORs, line of sight, and the service volumes, that's why it tends to be a little bit higher, but with GPS MEAs, you're still getting that same obstacle clearance, 1,000 feet non-mountainous, 2,000 feet mountainous, but you don't have to be as high because you don't have to receive the ground-based signals. Does that make sense to everybody? Cool. Okay, so yes, we can fly them. There are also specific GPS routes. How far from the center of an aerodrome does a TAF cover?
Oh, I have no.
By statute.
5 statute miles. A GPS equipped with a GBAS can experience errors up to,
I didn't know that one. Yes.
we think it's inches?
Wait.
I think I guessed correctly.
We think it's inches?
No.
I double checked it.
Okay. Eat 'em up.
I got it wrong, so first time.
You didn't check inches the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you got it wrong, you're telling us to get it wrong again.
I was like, I thought you were saying.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
I mean- What is it asking? What does
So,
I have no idea what the-
I'll explain.
Yes.
GBAS, okay, is a ground-based augmentation system. So it's a satellite-based system that improves, wait, isn't GBAS just WAS?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, GBAS is WAS.
I was thinking of, then there's another question, like, what is the areas to that? And it's like 6 to 9 feet or something.
Okay, I don't have an exact answer for you, Kimberly, but I will write that down and we'll figure it out. GBAS V
Ask ChatGPT.
question mark, question mark, question mark?
We don't use
We probably do. I thought WAS was GBAS, so, right? Let me get back to you guys on that one.
I'm gonna ask Aaron.
Yeah, he's sick, he's not here today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, why is there a red R over this fix? We honestly might not have talked about this either.
reception.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I changed my answer last second too. I tell you not to do that. Test.
It's true. I did that for my, you guys know like when you took your permit test? I failed my permit test.
Honestly, me too.
Mhm.
Oh,
Me
you
too.
right.
I failed it because I like took it all and I was like, ah shit, now these are wrong. And I changed half my answers and the ones I changed were all right the first time. So I failed.
Dang.
There was one question about like a lady, like oh, if an old passenger or person is walking across the street, do you stop? It was like, do you stop or do you continue?
Well, you didn't choose
No,
continue,
no,
did
I
you?
didn't
Okay.
choose continue. But but there was one that I chose because I was thinking like, I was, considerate and it was like, oh, do you stop and help the person out? And I put that one.
That is, okay, that's kind of fair. But like, I passed all my written first strikes. I'm not stupid.
Except for the.
I just wouldn't get in the
Except
car
for the
with me,
DMV.
frankly.
Get on the car.
Just wouldn't get in the
It's
car with me.
okay.
Huh?
So we all have our.
We do, yes.
It happened.
Alright, what is allowable to error tolerance for a dual VOR check?
For difference.
Yeah, airborne
6.
and VOT and ground 4.
Plus or minus.
VORs work based on the line of sight principle, true or false? Oh, this question you guys wouldn't really know, fair. What kind of fog normally forms around KTOA?
Advection.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Where is that?
KTOA is Torrance. That's where,
Regularly get those.
yes, exactly. So that's, you guys know like our different locations, right?
Nah. I just know towards it here.
I know there's.
We're talking about they opened up some new ones somewhere.
Yeah, they just opened Long Beach and Santa Monica. Long Beach is having their grand opening on Wednesday.
Ooh, y'all go.
What do you accept? Well, the thing is though, the thing about Long Beach is that you have to have so much, the security clearance at Long Beach is insane. Did you send it to me? Something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So essentially, GPAS is an alternate to ILS.
Oh.
So we were all wrong. So right here it says, GPAS augments the existing global positioning system used in the US airspace by providing corrections to aircraft in the vicinity of an airport in order to improve the accuracy of and provide integrity for these aircraft's GPS navigation system. The goal is to provide an alternative to instrument landing systems supporting the full range of approach and landing operations.
Oh.
Might be more popular in other countries.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think we use that, but I will also look into that. Yes, so K2 is Torrance. That's where like our main location or the original location is. It's right on the coast. So that's why they get a lot of advection fog. Cause if you guys ever see when they put out the start time for Torrance is always later than us because they always have fog and clouds.
I just guess advection fog is normally always advection fog.
Mm-hmm. What kind of
Blame is shit.
That's the most common.
What kind of fog usually normally forms here?
Advection.
Well,
or
actually,
radiation.
Radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does advection fog need to form?
It's wind.
Yeah.
You guys are so smart. You must have a great teacher. All right, standard instrument departures, climb the pilot to a safe altitude along a course to join the en route structure.
Huh? Oh, shit.
Oh,
True.
wait, what?
Oh.
Wait, yeah,
True.
that's right.
Wait.
Oh, I thought it was the ATQ.
I know this one compulsory.
Did we go over this? Honestly, we probably didn't. I'm gonna be so honest.
KSEE taught me everything I know.
Oh, gosh. Oh, all right, we're actually talking about holds today, which you were really excited for, but you can go on King's Pool instead, Naka. That's fine.
No, Naka can teach us holds actually.
If it is
I only know the anatomy of all. That's just
You
fun.
can take a break.
I'm gonna take a break. All right, what are the 3 types of my eyes are really bad.
Tangos.
All right, what is an airmet tango, Naka? What does that tell us?
Huh?
What is an airmet tango?
I have. Will not answer, but it's not to answer.
Okay. Sorry, keep going. I have a thought, but I'm gonna reserve it for later.
You know we.
You know,
Telling me I know is enough.
airmet tango, what else starts with T that we need to be notified about as pilots?
Turbulence.
Yes, so airmet tango for turbulence. Kaden, what is airmet Zulu?
Zulu's like freezing levels. No, wait, no, that one's,
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
That one's freezing levels.
Yeah. Freezing level of icing.
Nice. I was gonna say, and then Sierra's not.
Oh, okay. Okay, you have like somebody else. Cool. Cool. That's fine.
What level of freezing do they, like, obviously there's always a freezing level.
Mhm.
So when would they issue an airmet Zulu? What level?
Actually, don't.
And also, what's your personal minimum?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some questions on the same.
That's like a.
Guys, 2 questions as one. This is crazy.
I have the third to back that.
Oh my goodness. Allie, I'm not actually sure. Let's look at.
Good question.
Yeah, like, what's your personal minimum to avoid icing?
Don't fly it.
Okay, it just says when. All right, let's look at this.
At what altitude are they?
You can come in.
Over the different intensities of.
Hey, do you actually know? Allie just asked me, do you know when an airmet Zulu will be issued for icing? Like, is there like a level that's like, okay, we're issuing an airmet Zulu? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think
When they
it's
say
like-
so.
What?
So when they say so.
Okay, that's what I think,
It's,
yeah.
it has to do, I actually just looked up.
Oh.
It's due with the intensities of icing, which is also like a check ride question. So intensities of icing are trace, light, moderate, and severe,
Mhm.
and they're gonna issue one, I believe, when it's moderate.
Makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah. To answer your question,
We had one issue like. no.
I actually haven't thought about that before. But if the freezing level is anywhere near where I'm flying, like I won't go. But I haven't really thought about that because also
Yeah, it's really hard to think about it.
we doesn't generally get to that level here. Not that I'm not saying that's something that we don't have to worry about. That's not true. You always have to check. But like if I'm doing local like
But
flights, it's not necessarily something that's like the top of my priority list. I don't know if that's a bad thing to say. But
It's just not expected.
it's, yeah, like you always wanna check the freezing level is,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I
chances
think
are I'm
it's-
not flying anywhere near it.
I think it's harder here because like
Mhm.
our Sling we can't fly into IMC. So even with any glimpse of, visibility reduction, it's like.
Yeah,
we can fly.
exactly. That's it. Like, our icing levels are really reduced because we don't fly in
The
IMC.
chance to see
IMC,
it.
or you shouldn't be. Yes.
Okay. What were you gonna say? Well, I was coming up with an answer to the question Tango that you said, I'll think for later.
Oh, I literally
I
was
was
just,
gonna throw some shade.
oh no, I literally was just gonna be like, I really wanna paint my nails, what color should I paint them? Like, it was so irrelevant. So, it was really irrelevant. I was just looking at my nails while you were like
Oh,
waiting to ask the
You
question.
should buy those gel kits. So you.
I have them, but I
Yeah.
think I wanna go get, okay, sorry, we'll save this for later. What was your question, Mako?
That was the question.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, what do you mention?
Yeah.
Well,
I
okay,
thought it was something important.
here's the thing, guys, I really wanna get my nails like long and like cute, but like that's expensive, so.
Why don't you just get a TJ?
You're not fucking wrong. I don't speak Spanish, so. No hablas español, un poquito.
That's where you just, investigate and explore.
You speak Spanish or just Portuguese?
I speak Spanish.
Obrigado. All right, next question.
Yeah.
It's like being in a.
Should we go outside and do a weather report?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're flying, can you guys see? All right. If you're flying northeast bound on Victor 208, so this one right here. When would you switch from the Palm Springs VOR to the 29 Palms VOR?
Yeah, but it's wrong.
Wow.
Cloud
Oh,
view waypoint.
How do you know?
Because
That
it's
is
like
the
they're
midpoint.
underneath the.
Yeah, there's a little.
Yep,
So-
exactly.
It looks like
There's a little-
the zig, wait, is that
Yeah,
what that-
zigzag.
is that what that's called?
Yes, they're,
I don't know the name.
All right, GPS.
What is the name?
I just thought it looked.
the zigzag, what's it called?
Wait, why is it
That's
called?
I don't think there's like a name for it.
What's the
Oh, okay.
cloud thing?
Okay, this is a GPS waypoint. Little triangles or GPS. Wow, maybe it did not cover that line.
No, you did.
Oh, no, I know that, but like.
No, he asked about the.
like
Draw
the-
there, draw there.
The
The
Z.
zigzag.
Oh, this thing right here? You're asking what this is?
Yeah.
What is it?
So,
Yeah, what's the name?
Wait, the answer was like, wait, did we already, wait, scroll down.
The answer.
Why scroll down?
no, I don't. Why?
Oh, yeah, like, why is it cloud? Isn't it just like,
Twenty nautical miles.
a changeover point?
Yes, so, but the changeover point is over the cloud
Oh,
GPS waypoint.
Oh,
So they are together.
Do you need glasses?
Yeah, I just didn't see that.
Oh. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, oh, hello. Okay. Next question. GPS distance measures distance is
Oh, I
in
think
slant range
Amazon.
distance.
True. Or GPS, no. False.
Yeah. He said he was going to join.
GPS, sorry, did someone say something, an answer? False? Okay, so what does GPS distance measure in? So what measures in slant range distance?
Yeah.
Yes, what does GPS measure
Latitude, longitude.
That's
in?
all.
Yes, it's a type of distance. We covered it very briefly when we were talking about DME. Think about like, what kind of distance is it between me and Thiago right now? Like, it's not slant range, it's.
Horizontal.
Yeah.
Swing vertical, is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of,
Oh,
you get where I'm going, right?
yeah, it's on my notes, hold on. It's
Perfect, go look at your notes.
somewhere in there,
So.
I know what you mean.
This is why you put all your notes in one notebook.
Do you have them in multiple?
Yeah, they're spread out between 3 different notebooks.
Well, okay, you know, whatever works for you, bro.
You do you.
Yeah, you do you. It's really ugly outside today.
For fun, yeah.
Oh wait, is that like 2D? Are we talking like 2D latitude and longitude?
Not necessarily. It's okay.
Like, that would be like.
The word is very specific. Okay, it's the same. Let's try dictionary. 3 words, it ends in distance. What kind of distance does G?
GMEs? No, that's slant range distance.
So instead of slant range distance, GPS uses, okay, so because think of, okay.
Lateral?
Yes. So DME has to use ground-based navigation in order to measure distances, but GPS doesn't. So what kind of distance? So if this is the aircraft and the station's over here, it's measuring the distance like this. What is this called?
Like lateral, like horizontal?
Well, that's horizontal distance, right?
Yeah, there's a
It's
specific
almost like absolute, but like.
word for it. It's okay if you get.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Straight line distance.
Straight.
Straight line.
Definitely, yeah, it's just called straight line distance.
So something so simple.
So- Thank you. I've been getting head, so I started learning them again.
Oh, I have the same problem.
yeah. DME measures slant range distance and GPS measures straight line distance. Cool. Why is there an asterisk next to this altitude? What kind of altitude is this one? Mocha? Okay, and what's a mocha?
Obstacle clearance altitude.
Cool. Is it legal to fly a mocha?
The altitude? Can I see the altitude?
You shouldn't need to see the altitude. Is it legal to fly a mocha?
Yeah.
When?
It depends on the tree.
Let's check right. When below 10,000 feet of SL.
Ali, I feel like you know this. Do you know the answer? We went over this like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so
When is it legal to fly a mocha?
it is legal to fly a mocha, you're still guaranteed obstacle clearance, but it's within 22 nautical miles.
Yes, of the view.
like nowadays,
Mhm.
which is like, for example, a VOR, which is interesting, like why put it on airways in the middle of nowhere with no VOR? Like, why even put it there? Like, do they put it? They have to. We see it so much.
Yes, so the mocha is there for essentially like obstruction information. So kind of if you were to have like lost comms or something and you look at your map or your chart and you see, oh, my mocha is 5,000, I know if I'm here, at least I'll have obstacle clearance type of thing.
So if
It's-
you're over 22 nautical miles, you are illegally flying, however, but if you have an engine out, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's essentially for situational awareness. Because you in IFR, you can't always tell. Great question. All right,
So it's 22 nautical miles from a navigation.
22, it's legal to fly 22 nautical miles within a navigation. Yes.
Okay.
Match the GPS sensitivity. Ooh,
3
What's
Two.
the next?
and then
And
1.
Kimberly, the way that I like think about that is if you're within
That's
22
two. Wait,
nautical miles,
two.
you can get the signal coverage
then
to
one.
the VR too.
Wait, oh, I got a picture from
Around low.
all right, a GPS not equipped with WAS can
Sorry.
experience errors up to.
H.
Wait,
Inches.
There was
I'm
up
sorry.
to.
I don't know, I guess it was
100.
the smallest, but it can't be.
Oh, wait, not equipped?
Mhm.
Wait, Hallie, I'm sorry.
It's just like-
what did you-
It's okay, it had to do with the guy. It's basically like if you're over that distance, like
Cool.
if you try and get that.
All right,
average
in
speed,
order-
you're not-
Hmm.
it's just over the distance.
This is a really
Like,
vague
why is it
question.
not identical? Oh, it's 'cause
Oh, they just made an instrument depart, okay. In order to fly an instrument departure procedure, so I believe that they're referring to like ODPs, not SID or SIDS. The pilot must have,
The textual.
yes, so if you are flying an ODP, what must you have? You must have a textual. If you are flying the SID, what must you have?
And it should have the visual.
Yes, the picture, like the graphical depiction. All right, select all the pieces of information that are relayed from GPS satellites to an aircraft's GPS receiver. Period. Why is there a gray zigzag over Victor 2?
Yeah. I know the actual answer, but I didn't know on it.
I mean, I think it was unusable because why did they make it?
You might get glasses.
Um,
Actually, no, this is pretty. Well, we can look in.
It's unusable.
Yeah, I think that was the answer.
Where can we find information about this?
The.
The legend.
Little chart legend. All right, let's go look over there and see if they have it. Oh, I have a missing drive. Interesting. FAA, SP, legend. I forget what pages I have for charts. Oh, found it.
Have you actually ever seen one?
Of this on a chart? No, I have not. Not like a chart that I've been using. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always feel like that's always the problem.
A noticeable airway
Oh.
segment,
Perfect. Yeah. What page did you find that on?
68.
Yes. Oh,
Aeronautical shard user.
yes, oh, I actually have it on 79, maybe we have different ones. But yes, so this means it's an unusable route segment. Maybe the VOR is no longer working or something fishy's going on over there, but you cannot use this Victor airway. How long can a microburst last?
15 minutes.
When is slant range distance most accurate?
Furthest and then.
Yeah.
WAS stands for Wide Area Augmentation System. Yeah. What are the 3 stages of a thunderstorm?
Developing, mature, dissipating.
Developing,
That's middle,
this right here.
yeah.
How is a cloud with extensive vertical development classified? When,
It's cumulus.
It's cumulus because.
Cumulus if
this
there's
is-
rain.
oh,
Yeah.
you guys are right. They spelled this wrong. Whatever.
Cumulus.
Y'all hear that rain?
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
When performing,
Why are you making the weather like this?
it's matching the vibes. Just these are the vibes of today, I'm guessing. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm actually on the up and up. My aura is plus 600.
Your aura? Wait, is that like an actual thing?
I've heard people say that before, but I don't think that our generation says that. I think it's more of like a
The newer.
big toilet thought thing. Yes, Tiago? Okay, when performing, a VOT check, the CDI needle should be centered on the 360 with a from indication and a 1802.
True, it's 1802.
Yep. All right. Ooh, marathon and what type of navigate is marathon? Might not have gone over this. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What is an NDB? What does it stand for? Do you know?
Non-directional.
Yes. Do we use them anymore?
No.
Somebody does.
I'm sure somebody does. Yeah. Well, actually,
They're
Sling
taking out
knows
all
them.
them.
someone who's probably really uses them.
What does it stand for again?
Non-directional beacon. Yeah.
It's like-
All right.
Knows all about.
Yeah, like, I never
Yeah.
really.
The brown airports depicted on the low-level en route chart identify airports that.
Do you know how the
Don't have instrument.
NGB works?
How the NDB works?
Yeah.
Like yes and no. I know a rough idea about it.
Doesn't work.
Essentially,
Is it
we don't have the equipment to tune into an ADF, an NDB, but you use an ADF an automatic direction finder, to tune into an NDB, but it's not like a VOR. You can't track a radial directly. Like it literally just like points and it says, okay, the station's in this direction.
So you utilize an ADF to track
Lock
it?
into the frequency.
Yeah, for the NDB, from my
It's like-
understanding,
It's a
yeah.
frequency all around and then you just pick.
Yeah.
But it's not really far, right? It has to be very close.
You have to be pretty close. Yeah, I'm not completely sure. There are a lot of videos, but it's just a very like, I don't want to say it's outdated, but I don't think people really use it anymore. Like our aircraft isn't equipped for it. I don't know if theirs are, but you have to have like specific, service.
Our aircraft isn't equipped to handle.
Yeah,
those,
we
right?
don't have.
I don't
an
think so.
ADF,
Yeah,
Right?
not that I'm aware of. Yeah,
We
I don't think Garmin really thought that. They were like, oh, people are gonna use ADFs. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I should be checking on
You
that, but.
never know. is it?
Never
You
know.
Never know.
Okay, the brown airports depicted on the low level en route chart identify airports that,
Don't have.
awesome. Ooh, what is the most dangerous type of airport?
Weird.
Why?
Our spot.
But it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's heavy.
What's,
That's why we do a tactile inspection.
period. What suffix is added to a rain bearing cloud?
You know how I remember that?
I'm scared.
Have you ever seen Rick and Morty?
No, I've never watched Rick and Morty
He's
before.
like a weird character. He's like, I'm Mr. Nimbus.
A GPS equipped with WAS can experience errors. Oh, this is what we were talking about earlier. Experience errors up to
What is it?
6 to 9.
Yeah,
6 to 9.
6
6 to 9.
6 to 9 feet.
Okay, cool.
I remember from King.
Yeah, that was really little.
What is needed to fly under special VFR at night?
Private Pilot rating
And
IFR
IFR and
Number two.
and aircraft.
and
What is the total mileage between nav aids on Victor 27H? Mm-hmm. How do you know?
Cause that value inside the square.
Yeah, good. So what would 58 be?
that's like.
This is the DMR.
What does G mean?
To the GPS check.
Yes, Caden's right. So you're right, it's DME distance, but essentially it's the distance to that certain checkpoint. So from wherever that other nav aid is to Neon, and then is 58 miles. And then from Neon to the next nav aid is 30, and if you add those two together, that total segment distance is 88. Yeah. Which layer of the atmosphere does most weather occur? Troposphere. VOR, DME, and Vortex both provide DME information to civilian pilots.
Sure.
What is a vortex? So VOR is co-located with a DME station. What is a vortex co-located with?
So it's a VOR DMV with military application that we
Yeah.
have no idea about.
Yes, so it's co-located with a TACAN, which we can still use for DME information. Is the lights LSA equipped with DME? No, technically no.
No.
What do we have instead?
GPS.
GPS in lieu of DME. When a pilot performs a VOR check, they must annotate the following. Select all that apply.
Oh.
When it's positioned, do they mean like where you are on the airport or just where you are in the whole world? Like at, like, no,
I think they
like at KSEE?
like at KSEE.
Yeah.
We have
Not
it,
like at the ramp at KSEE?
no, in our book, we just put like the airport, so KSEE. FTE stands for fault detection and exclusion. True. Would moderate turbulence in a widespread area be a SIGMET or an AirMet Tango?
Airman Tango.
Okay. Reverse sensing is,
Pilot operating.
Mhm.
error?
Is that just for like VORs, reverse, or like the CDI, like your reverse sensing like the to and from flag or something?
yes, it happens because like for us, our CDI is on top of our HSI, but like in six-pack aircraft, they're separate. So if you don't have the heading indicator situated correctly, you can be making course corrections like to the wrong way. Yeah, does that make sense?
Awesome.
Yeah, I think somebody went from in the simulator.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really think it would happen.
Yeah. But it's pilot error, so it's not like how the heading indicator, you have to re-slave it, that's just inherent. It's pilot induced error, or pilot error. Traditional DME measures distances in slant range distance.
True.
Can a pilot fly a SID without ATC clearance?
No.
No.
No. Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Thunderstorms are developing and you're considering diverting into Tupelo Regional Airport. How long is the longest runway?
34,610.
No, so girls.
Oh, wait, I
Yeah,
was getting the, oh man, I was looking at.
So what is
30,000? That's it.
I was looking at.
That's the biggest runway.
I think it's a long runway.
That was a funny one.
It's a really long runway.
7,100 feet.
So what is
The touching goes, the touching goes in the same way.
what is 346?
The elevation.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
To me. Can you normally fly through an active MOA while on an IFR flight plan?
You normally find, yes.
What do you mean you can't see the answer? It's right here.
No, you can.
You need glasses. Yeah, can you normally fly through an active MOA? No? Yes? No?
Actual flight plan,
Yeah, on an IFR flight plan.
Only if they
with
like,
radar contact.
but won't they like clear?
Yeah.
Like, if it's active, like, you just clear around it and then. Like, oh wait,
But it should keep it
Military
out. You should keep it out.
On restricted areas, you just have to fly in there with caution. It's not recommended to fly
Oh,
into them. So yes,
Let's check. Okay, so it has reference AIM 345.
let's watch me be proven wrong.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. So, AIM 345. 34, page 5.
I put no.
AIM is a separate book.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's after that. That's like.
all the way down, all the way
Do
down.
we have a FAR aim in here?
Yeah.
I have one right
I
here.
don't see that, but yeah, I see it.
Cause so
It's
the,
after part 1,552.
yes, so the FAR aim is two separate books into one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the FAR are the regulations and the AIM is the Aeronautical Information Manual. All right, so
You say you can.
MOAs consist of airspace of defined vertical and lateral limits established for the purpose of separating. What is it doing? Why does it always do that? Separating certain military training activities from IFR traffic. Whenever a MOA is being used, non-participating IFR traffic may be cleared through a MOA if IFR separation can be provided. Otherwise, ATC will reroute or restrict non-participating IFR traffic. So what is the answer?
Yes.
Yes, technically, yes, but they will probably move you around it because they're doing some crazy stuff over there. But yes, cool. Right, how do I? Silly. Submit.
200.
Oh! Oh, wait, no, we got one wrong, two wrong. What did we miss?
Skip them.
Green. Wow, look at us, guys.
I think we just skipped them, or.
Oh,
no.
we switched these.
Yeah.
Honestly, that could have been a misclick.
It's because they keep changing en route with like departure as it was described. Doesn't make sense. And then it makes you up with terminals.
Yeah.
They sound like they're the same part of the plan.
They like kept switching the places. Cause I got approached.
Oh, what is that?
What was it?
That
Oh.
one, I think.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it was no.
Wait, that's what I clicked.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. But can you normally fly through an active MO? Okay, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, honestly.
It's like, when it's active, shouldn't fly through it and.
Yeah, 'cause they're doing the training, they're flying there.
Use non-participating
Yeah,
IFR traffic may be cleared through
Yeah,
MOA if
Yeah.
separation can be provided by ATC.
So, okay.
On your flight plan, you should.
Otherwise, ATC will reroute or restrict non-participating IFR traffic.
This is, I don't wanna say that
That's what-
I'm
that's
right,
That's
but
the thing about MOA, like when you talk about those special airspace, there is always those questions like that you, or the things say kind of know, but it's all easy, yeah.
yeah,
This is like a scenario.
exactly. So ATC can clear you through an MOS. But I guess maybe what they're asking is, can you could you fly through it without clearance, which is a no. So, okay,
Can you normally fly? That's what you're saying there.
yeah, so
So the BUFR,
I guess, yeah, my bad guys.
need you guess. No, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Any questions on that one so far? No? Okay, awesome. So week 2 is officially done. Week 3, so bingo. Where is it? So week 1, week 2, week 3. So week 3, we're going over holding procedures, auto flight and navigation, so autopilots and aircraft systems. So today is going to be about holding patterns. Do you guys want to do a break before I start this lesson? Okay, cool. That's what I was thinking. It's almost 10 anyway. All right, cool. 5-minute break and then we will get into holds.
So we're stepping onto the sunlight today.
All right, I'm unmuted. My screen is shared. Cool. So today we will be talking about holds. So I don't need to stop saying so. Okay, hold on.
So.
You see that,
So-
that YouTube ad where it's like a Asian, like Australian guy and he's like teaching you how to public speak to cut out the ums and the uhs,
No.
filler words.
I
You haven't seen that?
I actually have no idea what you're
Yeah.
referring to right now.
It's because you're processing.
Anyways,
So in order to
you
process
use that
you
because
use-
you're thinking. You
Yeah.
wanna fill the space.
The so's, yeah.
Yes.
I try not to do the thing because I did theater growing up and they always like, don't say And I'm like, okay. So now I don't say
But you say so.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. Ooh, I want a little thingamajiggy for,
SPA.
week 3, day 1.
Right there.
Where are all the markers? Cool. I'm deciding how I want to organize this. Alright, so a hold. Who can tell me what?
It's like a parking spot in the sky.
No,
Yes.
It's like a roundabout in the sky.
I like parking lot better, but both are true. Yeah. So essentially, a hold is a park. I like to think of it as a parking lot in the sky, but also you're right because you don't stop moving.
Lot slash roundabout.
A hold is a way for us to literally hold the aircraft in place because obviously we can't stop moving. So, what are some reasons that we might do a hold?
Traffic, weather.
Yeah, traffic, yeah, weather, what else?
We just want to sit there.
We could use it as time, like if you see it in an approach, oh, you guys haven't done really approaches. Sometimes you'll see them in an approach plate and you'll have a minimum and a top altitude. Why would they have you do a hold? What? Yep, to climb or descend.
Mm.
Or even you can use it to set up for an approach. So for example, like if you, maybe they changed approaches on you last minute, and you want to set up for a new approach, just ask to be, you can ask to continue in the hold until you're done setting up for your approach. Okay, so a hold. Okay, so every hold has a fix. And holds can be done from a VOR, a GPS waypoint, a intersection, and there might be one more. It's on the slideshow, so we'll cover it.
Can a DME, or are you counting that into the VOR?
Well, what do you mean can DME be what?
Be a fix.
Yeah.
For a hold.
Well, so technically DME isn't a fix. Like your fix would be a GPS waypoint. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, you can do a hold via a VOR, a GPS waypoint, or an intersection, but either way, you'll always have a holding fix. And the holding pattern looks like,
Just make 2 parallel lines and then
I gotta read that looks like shit.
Well, it's just like a traffic pattern.
Yeah, honestly, essentially it is.
in the sky, yeah. Well,
So if it's small, it's gonna be easier for you to draw. Perfect.
Yup.
Oh, hit 'em up.
No, it's good, it's good, it's good. There's a wind correction, there's a wind correction, yeah.
Hey,
Inspired.
I've
Okay,
never driven that or drawn.
they're hard to draw. Alright, so what, so do you guys know what direction standard turn, holder, what?
Right.
it is
Right.
right,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
bad.
the inbound leg is always the leg with the fix, right?
Yes, so,
We're gonna get there.
it's got ahead of me, it's okay. Did you do this on King's Glory?
Yeah. I needed like that in-depth holds. Fix
I don't know why I drew so many of these little lines, that was kind of unnecessary. Okay, cool, so like Naka said, the inbound leg is always going to take you towards your fix.
So, and that's more connected with course.
What do you mean?
It's, you rely on your course instead of your heading.
Yes, exactly. And then your outbound is going to take you away from your fix.
So you rely on your heading.
Yes. When we are doing holds, they can either be distance-based or time-based. We traditionally do time-based holds. Each leg you want, well, specifically you want the inbound leg to be 1 minute. And you use the outbound leg to correct for that 1 minute inbound leg.
Standard hold is 4 minutes, right?
Yes, because so 1 minute on each leg and then how long, you're doing standard rate for each of the turns and you're doing half of it 180 degrees, so exactly. Cool, inbound leg,
Wait, what did you say? I liked how you said it. You use the outbound time to correct for the inbound.
yes, exactly. And then, okay, so holding side, so essentially what they're saying, your holding side is the protected area. So this is the protected area side of the fix that they want you to stay within so that you are protected from terrain, other obstacles, and from other traffic. Yeah, exactly. Cool. So, oh yeah, like we talked about, so standard rate direction of turns is a right turn and standard leg lengths are a minute. So it takes you a minute to do the inbound and a minute to do the outbound. And because we're turning standard rate on those turns, we're doing 180, so standard rate is, how long does it take you to do a full turn? 360.
2 minutes.
Yeah, so if you're doing 180 degree, it'll take you a minute. So a minute, a minute, a minute, and a minute. So 4 minutes total, like Naka said. And then like this, you can do distance holds, which I have actually not done before, but I'm sure they exist. Cool. So max holding speeds, depending on your altitude, there are max holding speeds. So from 0 to 6,000 MSL, max is 200 knots. 6,001 to 14,000 is 235 knots. And from 14,000 or above, it is 265 knots. They will ask you this under holds and arc station. Hold instructions. Okay, so I want to get into this.
Do you want me to put a hold instruction
Can
from
you go back to
the
the altitude and
holding
the airspeed so I can
trainer?
Yeah. Actually gonna have you guys watch a video, but yes, let me put that back.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
Okay, I actually know what I'm gonna do. Anybody needs this? No?
No.
Alright, oh, I got Expo all over this.
But you like using it so much.
So this is a standard holds pattern. But depending on where you are in relation to the fix, you will have a different entry into the hold. So if you are on this side, you will enter the hold using a direct entry. If you are on this, I'm not being very specific, but you guys can see what I mean. If you are on this side of the fix, teardrop.
Never mind.
And if you are on this side of the fix but on top, you are going to do a parallel.
And it's formatted like this because the standard is right turns, correct? If it was left,
It would
it would
be
be the other way.
flipped, yes, exactly, and I think they have pictures, so we can look at that too. So the way that you determine your hold entry is based off of your hold itself, and the hold instructions. So anytime you get, bless you, ATC instructions, you will always get. You will always get a cardinal direction. So for example, they might say, it's not gonna work. This one.
What, hold 180 inbound south?
Well, no,
No.
so the first thing they're gonna do is a cardinal direction. So what's a cardinal direction?
North, south. east,
Yeah.
west.
So they might say, hold east on,
So it's not one there.
they're also gonna give you a number. So they might say, hold east of the whatever the Seal Beach VOR on the 360. And they're gonna say an altitude and an EFC time. So altitude may be 6,000 question mark. And EFC, what does EFC mean?
Effective, wait, no,
En route. No way.
I forgot.
The first E is expect.
Oh,
Yeah.
expect.
Expect,
Fix,
no,
expect.
Okay, maybe you guys, that's okay, maybe you guys learn it.
I mean-
EFC stands for expect further clearance.
Oh.
So this is a time,
I'll look at that.
this is a time.
your expected family contribution. Okay.
Fast stuff. Woo. So they might say, hold east of the Seal Beach VOR on the 360, 6,000 feet. EFC time, so expect further clearance at 2005 Zulu. They also, so standard is what direction?
Right.
Right,
If they don't say a turn direction, it's
right.
yes, but if they say left, it's left, obviously. Yeah, cool. So the way that you determine your hold entry is based off of these instructions. There are two ways to determine your hold entries. You can either draw the hold out, which I don't understand, or you can determine it on the HSI. So we're gonna watch a video from Flight Insight because I think he does a good job of describing it better than I would.
Oh, I like that. video.
Yeah, that I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, really. Let's see. Oh, let me see if I missed any of this slide right there, actually. Yes, so except for the clearance. Oh, yeah, that. So this is another example of a hold instruction.
Oh,
This is
if they don't,
It's right
give
there.
you a time to stay in the hold, you just call them back up after 4 minutes.
what do you mean? Like if they don't give you an EFC time,
Yeah.
they're always gonna give you an EFC time.
Yeah.
Most likely going.
They're gonna give.
Yeah, well, you also tell them like when you're entering a hold and when you're established in a hold.
Yeah, or like, okay, so for example, if you went, there's an approach at, what's it called, Oceanside, there's a hold in it. They are either gonna be like, do you wanna do the hold or what do you wanna do? And if you wanna go do the hold, you're gonna, the hold is already published on the plate, so they're not gonna give you necessarily directions, but you're gonna tell them when you're established in the hold and they'll ask you like what you wanna do, essentially. But we're gonna go over that a little bit more later.
Too fast.
Get ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
He's running.
He is literally running. Drake's pilots land planes. Drake films pilots shooting ILS approach. Low key, like, I'm gonna go back to this later.
Who's Drake?
Wait, what?
The music artist, Drake,
You don't know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
you know, cause he has his
thought-
own plane.
He has his own plane?
He has a 767.
All the rich guys have their own plane. I wanna
Yeah,
be one.
but like, it's not like he has like,
Is he pilot or
No.
no? That's
They
not
just
like-
pay people to fly for them.
he has a you don't own a 767.
Yeah.
Most people own like, oh, I have a, you know, whatever, I don't know what kind of jets there are, the Gulfstream or whatever.
Type or, yeah.
I like the gold.
Golf.
I don't know which one I wanna watch, you
I
guys.
got to, I was doing.
Bonanza or, I don't know.
Alright, let's do this one. I've watched both of them, they're both good.
6'7"?
It's crazy, right? I believe that a Canadian Airlines gifted it to him. or like sold it to him.
Oh, okay.
Why can't I, is the speaker on?
I hate rich people still.
Alright, they should be on now. How do I?
Well, no, I don't really necessarily hate them, but like, I'm just annoyed why.
Oh, hello, the volume's on.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, my, you're right.
Now, yeah.
Sorry.
Can we put it on 1.25?
Like low key, yeah, if I can figure out how to work the volume.
Speaker, is it turned on?
It is well.
Yes. Like honestly, if Flight Insight has
Can
no
you go to
fans, I'm
settings?
dead.
Can you go to sound setting and then go to primary sound
Okay, wait,
device?
hold on. Let me see if this works.
Is that actually?
I think this works.
Oh, yeah, it does. Whoa.
And
Alright, wait,
If like inside had no fans.
I would be dead.
can you go to sound setting?
What the heck? Dang it! Yeah, okay.
Well, where you go to the YouTube sound?
It is
It is
on.
on.
Go to the type here to search, the taskbar on the left. Type sound settings.
Yeah.
Click on that and see if the primary drivers selected. Try
Switch
changing
the devices.
Mm.
technology.
How do you know what kind of entry to make? Should it be direct, parallel, or teardrop? A lot of people use something called the thumb method. I'm going to be frank with you. I never really understood this method, and to date, haven't tried it or taught it in many of my instrument lessons. Nothing wrong if you're using it, just for whatever reason, I never picked up on it. So I'm going to show you how I use an easy method to visualize holding pattern entries. So we're told to hold on the 240 radial from the VOR. Let's draw that radial. We'll be flying on the radial inbound to the VOR on a course of 060. This is the reciprocal of the radial. ATC didn't mention anything about turns, so this is a standard holding pattern, meaning right turns. We'll do an outbound course of 240, then turn back inbound. Let's look at our VOR and heading indicator.
Yeah, when they say.
The first step is to figure out what heading to fly to go to the VOR. We'll twist the VOR until the needle centers and we get a 2 indication showing due north, 360 degrees. Now we can turn that heading and we'll be pointed straight towards the station. So what kind of entry do we make? It might be easy to see with the racetrack pattern drawn out and our position plotted for us to look at, but we don't have that luxury in the cockpit. Let's take a closer look at our heading indicator. This is what indication we'll have when we're flying towards the station heading 360. First, we want to place the VOR holding fix right in the center of the heading indicator. This makes sense because our airplane is flying toward it and will eventually overfly the fix. Next, we want to draw a line into the fix along the outbound course of the hold or the radial we're told to fly. And this also makes sense since this is the same line which connects to the holding fix. So here we have an outbound course of 240 degrees, so there's a line along 240 into the station. Next, it's a standard hold, meaning right turns, so we'll draw a right turn. Then we'll draw the outbound leg, and another right turn completes the pattern. Now, obviously, you won't be actually drawing on the heading indicator in flight, even in a flight school plane, but you can visualize this pretty easily, especially given a little practice. So let's see what kind of entry makes sense. Here's the pattern, and there's our plane approaching it. We'll fly to the fix, join the right turn outbound, and fly the outbound leg. This is the direct entry. Let's see what this looks like on our instruments. We'll start out flying towards the station on our 360 heading, keeping the needle centered and the flag pointing to. When we get station passage and the flag goes away, we'll start our 5 Ts, first with turn toward the outbound course of 240. We'll start to time 1 minute for the turn. We'll twist the VOR to our inbound course of 060. The other 2 Ts are throttle, where we'd adjust our speed for the hold if necessary, and talk, where we'd report to ATC entering the hold. We'll ignore the last 2 Ts for this video. So that's the direct entry. Now let's say we find ourselves in a different position initially when instructed to join the same hold. Once again, we'll start with determining the inbound heading by turning the VOR until the needle centers and we get the 2 indication. It's 290 degrees this time. We'll turn that direction, and once again, we'll take a closer look at our heading indicator and visualize the hold. Let's first drop that holding fix right in the middle of the airplane, then draw the same outbound course at 240 into the fix. Notice it's in a different position this time because our heading is different than the first example. It's still right turn, so we'll draw that, the outbound leg, and the inbound turn.
It was absolutely amazingly divine.
One of the most extraordinary evenings.
Sorry.
Let's have a look. From here, we'll proceed to the fix, turn left to follow the inbound course in the opposite direction, make a big left to a heading to intercept the inbound course, and once intercepting, turn right and fly inbound. This is the parallel entry. It's a bit more involved than direct entry, so let's see it at work. We'll start by flying the inbound to the VOR from our initial position, keeping the needle centered. Once the flag flips and we've passed the station, we'll turn outbound to a 240 heading. When the from flag comes on, we'll time a minute outbound. Let's twist the VOR to our inbound heading of 060. After the minute, we'll make a left turn to our intercept heading, which will put us on a 030 heading to intercept the inbound course. As the needle centers and we intercept, we'll turn right heading 060 and track inbound. This is the parallel entry. Next, let's look at our plane starting from up here. Let's figure out our inbound course. It's 210 degrees. We'll fly that heading. And now let's look at the heading indicator up close. Drop the holding fix in the center. Draw the outbound course, the same 240 degrees, into the fix. Right turn, outbound, and another turn. From the look of this, we'll start out flying to the station, fly 30 degrees offset from the outbound course for 1 minute, then make a right turn to intercept the inbound course. This is the teardrop entry. Notice that compared with the parallel entry where we do our 30-degree offset just before intercepting, the teardrop has us do our 30-degree offset right when we pass the holding fix. Let's fly this entry. Heading 210 to start. Notice that 210 is already 30 degrees offset from the outbound course. So when we get station passage, there's actually no need to turn. We'll start to time 1 minute in this offset. We'll twist to our inbound course of 060. After a minute, we'll make a right turn to intercept the inbound course and center the needle. It's one thing to be able to visualize these holds using the diagrams, but what if you're only given verbal instructions for the hold and it might not be published where you can look at it? Again, part of the instruction will sound like this: hold southwest of the VOR on the 240 radial. By the way the phraseology works is the direction and the radial will always match. So southwest on the 240 radial, both the southwest and 240 agree. Makes it easier to understand. And this is what that actually looks like. But without seeing the diagram, it's actually still really easy to visualize this entry if you're only given verbal instructions. ATC told us the radial 240. That's all we need to know. Again, we'll drop our fix, draw the line from 240 to the fix. No mention of turns, so that means right turns. We should be able to see that a direct entry works best. This is the same example from the first scenario.
Shopify is a platform that helps entrepreneurs get started down the path they want. Sometimes starting a business can be scary. I feel like I lost a little piece of my soul. Like getting covered.
Let's look at another one. We're on this heading and ATC tells us to hold on the 044 radial. Drop the fix. Draw the line from 044 to the fix, right turns. What do we do with this? The best entry is the teardrop, which looks like this. Into the fix, 30-degree offset, right turn around to intercept inbound. Now, what happens if it's the same scenario, but the instruction includes the words left turns? Our visualization is going to look a bit different because after we draw the line in from 044, we make left turns. With this visualization, it looks like a parallel entry is our best bet. Now, if you're going to go off and use this method, be aware that it's not foolproof and there are pretty easy ways to get mixed up, especially in a tense cockpit situation. So let's go through some do's and don'ts. Using the example from the first few scenarios, first, do draw a line along the outbound course of radial flown, in this case, 240 degrees. What you don't want to make the easy mistake of doing is drawing from the inbound course, which would be 060 degrees. As you can see, this is a totally different hold. You do want to make sure you use the correct turns, either right or left, and that you make them at the fix. You don't want to draw these turns from the other end of the hold because what you've actually done is flip the hold on the wrong side. My best advice is to practice these a few times until you're comfortable. Give yourself a random radial or random initial heading and either right or left turns and figure out which of these 3 entries work. You can even make a little random number generator to do it for you. Visualize the hold in your head, then draw it out and see how you did. After working with these a few times, I'm sure you'll have a lot less anxiety about holding pattern.
Okay, so. What?
So what's the other?
So
I want to.
this is, okay. So this is kind of, he actually didn't talk about it the way I thought he was going to. This is the sort of drawing method that you can do, like if you wanted to. Where's that? Draw it. Oh, sorry. Draw it out. So this is what your direction, your HTC instructions would be: hold west of the Ogden VOR on the 180 radial, right hand turns, 1 minute legs, EFC at 1800 Zulu. So that's the Ogden VOR. This is that west 180 radial on the inbound leg. Then you're drawing the right turns and the radial course. Oh, that's not what I thought. Okay, so like we talked about, we have those 3 different types of entries for the hold: direct, teardrop, and parallel. And it just depends on where you're entering, like where you are in relation to the fix is going to determine your hold entry. And the same, it's flipped around for a left turn. Great. We're gonna go over this. Where's that? Okay. Okay, cool. This is the method that they show. So to determine your hold entry, we will start with the HTC instruction. I'm actually probably gonna connect my iPad to the, oh, do I have the hold trainer app? I thought I did. Let's see. So the first thing, you want to determine when you are determining your hold entry is, where's the black marker go? This magic number thing they're talking about is the determining your outbound. So let's see. So the first thing we're going to do is determine your outbound, and you do that by so if your cardinal direction and number are on the same side of the HSI, that number is the outbound. If they are on, I guess, opposite sides or even just different sides, that number is the inbound. So let's take our example here. This was completely made up, so I don't know if it'll. Okay, so I said hold east on the 360. Are east and 360 same side?
No.
So what is 360? Inbound, exactly. The way that I think of it is if the number and the cardinal direction are on the same side, they're gonna go out together. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna go out, like that's how I remember it. Everybody has little ways, that's how I remember it. So once you determine your outbound, you bug your outbound using your heading bug. And you determine your inbound. So what would your inbound be? Mm-hmm. So Once, but you don't have to, you're not gonna bug your inbound yet, because we're gonna talk about flying hole. So if you determine your inbound and your outbound, and I always write them down, because if not, I will forget. Oh, you know what, let me change, how did I have it written? Yeah, so you determine your outbound and your inbound. Hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna erase this. Okay, and then so you're gonna determine your outbound and your inbound and write down, whatever it is and bug your outbound on your head. So let's get some practice with this. Have you guys heard of the Hold Trainer app? Yeah, this is a really good way because honestly, if you just do this like every single day for a little while, eventually it'll be really, really easy for you to get, determine hold entries. This just makes this is the way that makes the most sense to me, and this is how I was taught it. Some people like to draw it, that works the best for them. That's totally fine too, whatever gets you to the right answer. How do I? Cool. So. What am I doing? Oh, airplane. Oh, wait. Oh, I do have it, okay. So. Cool. So we have our hold trainer. We're gonna click practice. So hold northwest on the 131 bearing to the white intersection. Oh. Wait, I like didn't finish telling you guys how to determine the hold. Sorry. My brain. So once you determine your outbound and your inbound, you're gonna bug your outbound on your heading. And this will make more sense when I show it to you on there. And you're going to cut the compass in the direction of the turn. And essentially, the outbound heading is going to fall in one of the places, in one of the places, so you're gonna cut the compass right or left, depending on what kind of turn you're doing, and wherever the heading falls is the kind of entry that you're going to use. But this is for right turns. So if you're doing left turns, it's the opposite way. The way I always remember it is that T for teardrop is always gonna be on the same side as your thumb. Because T, teardrop, thumb, same thing, yeah. So you cut the compass in the direction of the turn, and wherever the heading falls or the outbound, I'm just gonna draw that. So this is for right turns. And this is for left turns. Yeah. So direct teardrop parallel. Any questions on that so far? It'll make more sense when we do it on stage. So that one was wrong. Hold west over the row VOR on the 249 radial, make left turns. So knock up is west and 249, are they on the same side?
Yes.
So what is 249?
Yeah.
The outbound. So you can kind of bug it like visually on here. So this, our outbound is right over here. Are we?
easy. I learned something every time that they say radio is your outbound, and when they say bearing is your to the station.
Okay, good. That's what they'll do. Sometimes though, instructors won't say it.
Yeah.
They're just going to say like a number. So that's, if it's on this one, if it's radial, that's the outbound or inbound?
Outbound.
Outbound, and if it's bearing, it's inbound. But the instructors are not always gonna say it that way, so you have to be able to determine that on your own.
Mhm.
But yes, so 249, you're gonna like bug it visually. We're making left-hand turn, so where are we gonna put our thumb?
Left.
Left. And so that's how the pie is gonna look. What kind of entry is this gonna be in Aqua?
Correct. Wait, teardrop.
Yeah, it's like a what, sometimes it falls between the lines, but this one's gonna be teardrop.
If it does fall between the
That's
lines,
much.
if it does fall between the line, is that your
It's
teardrop?
your-
Okay, I guess it's like, yeah, both. Yes, technically it's your discretion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I always happen that you
Mhm.
would be how to draw those there. You see the picture down there?
Yeah, that's that video we just watched, that's how you would draw.
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do, some people like to draw it, I don't, it doesn't make sense for me to draw it on the HSI, I like to do it this way. But whatever, do whatever works for you. What was I gonna say, you can also. That's cool. You can click this little button to visualize, like it'll cut the pie for you, like that. So you can see it yourself, but yes, Naga, if it falls like right between two, it's your discretion. Technically, legally, ATC does not care how you enter the hold. You can enter the hold however you want. DP cares, and there is a most efficient way. Like, for example, if you were, like, you know how on the right side of the hold, all those entries are direct? Like, it doesn't make sense for you to do a teardrop entry when you can just enter them. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, let's try another one. So, hold northwest on the 120. So northwest is over there, 120 is over there. Is 120 our outbound or our inbound?
Inbound.
Inbound. Because they are
On this
opposite sides. Okay, so what is our outbound?
3.
300.
300. Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
So- That's down here. We're making left turns, we're cutting the pie like this. What kind of entry are we gonna do?
Direct.
Yes. Cause it
Every
falls, see it falls, this is the 300, it falls over here. Alright, Kaden, northwest over, oh, we just did this one. Hold south over the the JFK VOR on the 200 radial, make left turn. So walk me through this. You gotta walk me through that. Need glasses.
I could just, you want me to draw it off the board? I could,
Sure, I'm not gonna understand.
Top left.
You can draw.
on your side, right, so this part.
Yes. All my hard work, yeah.
You look so sad.
Just that.
Her years of wisdom
Yeah.
and training is now erased. Thanks a lot, Kaden. Thanks a lot.
We'll go pink. Oh,
Or not.
or not. That's gonna be a little view of the house. Alright, so it's south. South on 200. Alright, south, so it's like this is inbound, and then it's left turns.
Mhm.
So that's like, yeah, great drawing.
Actually, is really good.
Oh, really?
It's really late. I can't see anything.
Can't see it.
Yeah, no.
The black or the purple is good.
Yeah, this is gonna be terrible. Alright. Is that better?
Not good enough. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so, well, let me think. South. Yeah, so inbounds is gonna be. Yeah, it's just the opposite, right? Is it?
Plus 2 minutes.
Yeah,
If
so,
the
I don't know what's-
cardinal direction is close to the radial, then it should be outbound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then now we just need to like figure out if it's like a direct teardrop parallel, right? So, what we do is like, That's right. This should be direct, so that's right now. Oh, wait. I think that's right. Parallel. Maybe I have it mixed up. That's not parallel. I did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little confused. Hold on.
This one, it's kind of confusing when you draw it out,
So
so
you should
it
draw that diagonal line just straight.
Yeah.
goes it this way and it goes like that. I think that's right, actually. Like 90 degrees this way, it's just opposite right now,
Mm-hmm.
so I had this wrong. Yeah, it's 90 degrees and it's like 20 degrees or whatever. So it looked like that. And then, yeah, that looks more right.
Are you going down?
Yeah, okay.
I think. I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's confusing. I'll show you what it like kind of looks. So, I believe this is probably good. So I feel like here or whatever, you turn.
This plane is on heading 070.
Yeah, that's why you should keep it as it should be, like.
Yeah, you should
north,
draw the.
South, like, don't just draw like a random, I don't know, that's what helps me.
I mean, you can just do looking there, you don't need to
Thing,
draw.
I used to draw these out, like last night I was drawing them all right, and now like I think I have it wrong.
It gets
Pretty sure
confusing.
it's wrong.
Do you want to try doing it this way?
Yeah, just look that way there.
So, jump it up, south and 200, are they on the same side?
Yeah,
So what is 200?
what is 200?
Yeah, like is it your outbound or inbound?
That one's gonna be. It's
Sir.
the same side as
Outbound.
outbound.
Yeah, because if you're on the same side, you're gonna go out together.
Yeah,
So
it's just a thumb method.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's the left?
Left turn.
oh, it's left turns.
Yeah,
Um,
should be direct.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's in the direct. It's like,
Yeah, I think
yeah, it's direct.
Perfect, okay.
Close.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that way's easy, but I wanna see if I can do it that way, but.
that way is good if you want to visualize it. It is,
Yeah, I wanted to visualize, but I cannot figure it out. It's really hard to draw.
I cannot figure it out.
I have to be honest.
This
that's
one's
really-
right, I drew this one. But that one's like, I don't know why I have this one wrong.
Cause you put a 200 on
I
on the
mean,
heading there,
the
you see?
way
If
I
you had
like
put the heading that you're flying, you do change the direction like there. But you put a 200
Just
there.
keep it as like a regular
That one works,
direction,
like,
like
right?
north,
I think,
south,
yeah.
Yeah.
and west, and then you go according with that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
if
helps
you had
me.
put the heading there,
Because
there.
once you add the heading,
On the
then
place then.
you
Oh, I
can
see.
figure
Yeah.
out where.
I just had that one mixed up, I was overthinking.
Alright, Naka, walk me through this one.
Uh, 1290 is opposite of north.
1290?
Yeah.
1290. 1290. I don't know when it talks to you after 60 degrees.
What?
1290?
That's what it says.
129.
1290.
Oh,
Where'd you get the?
no, okay, total was on 129. 9.
Mm-hmm,
It's opposite, so that's gonna be your inbound leg.
mm-hmm.
Bearing to the athlete with
So that's our inbound. Okay, so what's next?
find out.
Mm-hmm. What's our outbound?
Outbound is 309.
Yep, so it's right up there. How would you cut the pie and what kind of entry is this? So, yes. Chill. Yep. Yep. Cool. Alright, Diago, walk me through this one.
Northwest of your 065 radio, make left, so 6.5 is your outbound.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of entry is it gonna be?
Inbound is 2.45.
Mm-hmm.
2.45. Then left turn. 2.45. There's gonna be a direct. Oh no, it's gonna be a left, so is a tier.
Mm-hmm.
Drop.
Perfect. Kimberly?
Hold east on the 284 bearing to Aussie waypoint, so hold east. It's on the opposite end, so that becomes our inbound.
Yep.
Outbound would be, it would be, hold on, 180, it would be 104.
Mm-hmm.
And then 104. And since it's right,
Mhm.
then it should be teardrop.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. So, you can draw it out the way that Kaden, did. Some people that works better, some people this works better, whatever works for you, whatever, helps you hold. Oh, that's the right word to say. Hold. We are almost out of time today. So we'll have plenty of time tomorrow to go through over like essentially how to fly the hold itself, like how to do the entries and how to fly the specific hold, or not specific, how to fly a hold in general. But get this app, practice it.
$6, right?
I thought it was free.
No, you pay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you pay, but it's just one.
Definitely get it, it's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I got it so long ago, I forgot. Yeah, it's worth it though. And just practice like a little bit every day and you'll be able to be like, oh, it's this. Yeah, it's super,
You should get it, don't have it.
or you can steal somebody else's iPad.
True.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the. So, okay, we're gonna stop there for today because
No, it's not.
oh shit, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. Oh, change this.
Number 1.
You hungry?
What?
You hungry?
Well,
Me too. Me too, guys. Okay. I stopped sharing my screen. All right. Bye, Erin. Nice to see you. Hope you feel better.